What's going on, you guys? This is Jake with PackMan Sports with one last video on the eve of the divisional playoff game, the Green Bay Packers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. So this video here I want to give to you guys is some confidence to give to you guys in both the offense and the defense for our beloved Green Bay Packers. Unless you are CG Ruthless Sports, who is a San Francisco 49ers fan, if you're watching this video, shout out to you. And best of luck. May the better team win tomorrow. And so without all of that, let's get into this video. And I just want to go over the overall stats for the regular season for both the offense and the defense. Now I'd like to take you to this is how the Packers have fared on both offense and defense at Lambeau for the regular season. And as you can see, that the rankings have changed quite a bit. You can see somewhere the offense has maybe ranked a little bit better or a little bit worse, and the same thing for the defense. But now I'd like to take you to a side-by-side comparison, and I'm going to go over some of the significant differences between the overall where the Packers have played both at Lambeau and away for you guys to get a good side-by-side comparison. So here's starting off with the offense, points scored. The Packers have been better, and it's by double in points scored for offensive ranking instead of a 10th overall, which is what we are overall. But we have scored 30.6 points per game on offense, which ranks 5th in the NFL. So that should be pretty encouraging. And I'd like to be able to go over here with rushing attempts to explain a little bit of something. This is just to give the running game on offense and defense a little bit of context. The fact that Packers don't really run the football that much. And now I'd like to be able to go to the defense, where we get the side-by-side comparisons, and as you can tell, there are significant differences in some categories. Points allowed going from 21.8 points per game, which we are 13th in points allowed, but at home we've only given up 16.8 points, which accounts for 2nd in the NFL against home teams that have given up points. The rushing attempts, not a whole lot of teams really run the football on us. We are first in that category, in which teams have only ran the football only that much time, only that much, and overall 4th, and it's been 4th overall, 23.2 rushing attempts altogether. In which case, the run defense, which appears to be a boogaboo, at 109.1, which ranks 10th overall, and then versus where the running game is 14th overall at Lambeau, with being about a yard or two, about a couple more yards worse. So it's not a big dip down, but it's a little bit of a dip down. And then the passing yards, pretty much similar. Total yards, very much identical. Touchdowns allowed per game, significant difference. We have done a very good job of not allowing touchdowns per game at Lambeau Field, which bodes very well. And then the red zone touchdown percentage, very big significant difference. Overall, we are 28th in that category, but 5th all-time, but 5th at Lambeau. So that should be very encouraging. And then the turnovers per game, pretty good there because we are first at Lambeau, and a lot of that had to do with some of the 4 interceptions by Baker Mayfield at home. That really helped the Packers in that category, which is 2.3 turnovers forced at Lambeau. But that should be very encouraging nonetheless. And now I'd like to be able to get to something else that I should probably point out to you, where it's probably going to be discouraging, but now I'd like to get to the bad. And now on to this part of where the big issue facing the Green Bay Packers coming up against the 49ers is a lot of rumblings about the run defense. I pointed out where they ranked in yards, and pretty much to say the least, it's yards per attempt. That is where the problem lies for the Green Bay Packers, and I'm about to show you here on the website teamrankings.com. I can leave a link to this very page in the description box for you to take a look for yourselves. And if you see here by this date, be sure to filter it out to be January 11th, 2022, because that is where the regular season ended. It ended on January 9th here. So I just put on January 11th on Tuesday, because usually that is when Team Rankings has their updates for sure. So where the Packers rank on defense here for yards per attempt, 4.7, which is tied for the Minnesota Vikings at 29th, even though they have the Green Bay Packers are ranked 30th. So that is very discouraging that the Packers' run defense does give up some yards per attempt. And guess which team is right behind them? The Kansas City Chiefs, 4.8. So the Chiefs are not very good in this area either, and they have won a Super Bowl with a suspect run defense. So I'm not going to be completely gloom and doom about it, but this is just a caution of warning, is that the Packers are not very good in this area, and it is a little concerning. And now I'd like to be able to go to something which is more concerning, is where they rank at home in yards per attempt. Dead last at 5.6. That came as a surprise to me, but then again I thought about how many yards we gave up to Nick Chubb, where he was just running crazy, and that was probably a good indicator of where we were going to stand when it came to yards per attempt. So like I said, it's a problem, yes, but I believe that it's very possible that this team can overcome it, because I believe that this defense can, and I believe will be able to overcome this little problem, because the defense overall has actually been very good at home. And like I said, this should be very encouraging to you guys, and I just want to give you that to start tomorrow's game against the San Francisco 49ers, to let you guys know we should be cautious, we should respect the 49ers, we should respect their run game, but we should not be scared of their run game, and we should not be afraid of this 49ers team, because I believe that this team can come out with a victory. Just got to execute. You can't play bad. You can't play your worst game at the worst possible time, and that is what it's going to take for the Packers to come away with a victory here at Lambeau Field on the 22nd of January 2022. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. And as always, go Pack Go.